welcome to episode 75 of the Youth Squad Legends series with Wrexham. A word of warning before we start this episode, it's not going to be your usual Youth Squad Legends ride. I am planning on playing the remaining fixtures in March 2029, both potential title deciders, but before that, I think it is really important to have a little talk to you, because this year has been seriously hectic. And even though I sit down and do my absolute best for you guys, my personal focus has been split sometimes. Quite rightly. Becca is a big part of my life, and when she had that cardiac arrest, she was priority. There's not that many things that take priority over my job, but that was one of the very rare occasions. I don't know how to explain it best. Usually at this point in a series, I start like mentally preparing myself to say goodbye to the team that I've been playing with all year. It feels like Wrexham was done in two parts, like prior to Becca's cardiac arrest and after. I can't really remember April, May time that much at all. I think I need some closure. Like, I met my now fiance a month before this game dropped, and life was a lot different. Here's a time code for the games that we're going to play in this episode if you're not bothered about my life. For the rest of you, sit back, grab a drink, let's relax, let's talk business. We're in the squad hub. We might as well do a little squad report for you. Tobias Tanner's up to 74, Kinsey 75, Spencer Neal 79, Dibbles up to 78, Mizijan's now an 84, fantastic. Song Byung-ki, 80 overall. Keone Sola, 79 overall. Danny Binns, 78. Alex Brutus, 72. Giacomo Cesarini, 77. Gwynfor Owens, 72. Golden Socko, 79. Bence Maka, 88. Fantastic. Alan Richards, go on sunshine. He is 80 overall. Alexandros Kanalis, 78 overall. Hiro Furiapu, also 78. Tomoharu Ioka, 79. Justin Bernard, 74. Zviro Van Dinteren, 76. Sorin Dari's up to 85. Victor Lesto's up to 86. Blagan Stoyanov, 76. And finally, Georgi Jinkaradze at 90. Almost got that in one perfect cut. A team that should be struggling in the Premier League, but because of this fantastic tactic, it's flying high and probably going to win this Premier League title. Let's not beat around the bush. And boy, did they need a masterclass tactic to bolster up their character development. Because I must say, one of the weak points of this series is individual character development. When your mind is somewhere else and you're trying to sit down and record an episode, you're not exactly thinking, how can I make Sorin Dari a more likeable figure? What a time to have what I would call my magnum opus before the tactics get revamped for FC25, to not only making our play style like 10 times better, it's so much more enjoyable to play with these players, but also like it complemented the flashes of brilliance that we've seen through this series from certain players. We were able to unlock Van Dinteren, Maka, and the really complex Alan Richards. It's been a massive breath of fresh air. Anyway, we'll talk about that in more detail in a few minutes' time. Let's talk future of the channel, future of the series, so on and so forth. Before you get scared, I'm not going anywhere. I absolutely love my job. I have no plans of leaving YouTube, like, ever. But things will be different at the end of this series. Firstly, it might feel rushed for the next couple of weeks. I'm fully aware that FC25 is dropping very soon. Let's make sure that this Wrexham series is finished beforehand. The upload rate's only going to get quicker from there. As soon as FC25 drops, you know that I'm going to go and try and get daily uploads out. Someone reminded me that there should be a Where Are They Now episode around this time in the series. I completely forgot about that episode, I'm not gonna lie, but I will get my guys on it to make sure that we can do that, record it next week. There's usually like a grand finish when we win the Champions League. Macclesfield had the animation done by my good friend Stephen. Last year, I believe we dropped the YSL database with all the goal scorers from every single game of Youth Squad Legends. They are some great examples of what to expect normally from the end of a series, but I'm just going to put it out there. I would personally like for us to just sit down, me to pour out a drink, a proper beverage, and see Wrexham out in a way that I think is right. Not to hype it up, but to be relieved that this moment in my life is behind me. Absolutely nothing against the team, nothing against the series. It's been great fun to do, and you guys have backed me every single episode. Everyone gets handed the fair share of good and bad years. This one certainly falls in the bad category for me. Let it be nice and chilled, but also like super hopeful for the future. Next year is gonna be with Chesterfield, and I am buzzing. I'm buzzing to return to that team. I'm so grateful to Chesterfield in particular, the first team that we ever did Youth Squad Legends with. I would like to thank them by going on that ride one more time. Longer term plans, me and Becca are looking to move in together somewhere in the middle of next year. But in terms of studio, I would like to keep my bedroom as it is right now so I can hop back in and record when I want. We'll have to see if that's achievable. Regardless, it'll be at the business end of Chesterfield when all the hype's died down anyway, so any disruption in the schedule should be quite minimal. I think that might be it. I think I've covered every single base. How about that? Right, who's ready to get a little bit nerdy with these tactics then? We'll start off with the Wrexham default. This is the formation that we were using prior to this season. And if you can remember so far back, the big problem was strikers arriving to the back post. Non-existent, mate, even though this is a wider formation on paper than what we're using right now. So to force that, we added another striker. Hence why the tactic is called 3ST, but it's developed way beyond helping the forwards, like jigsaws falling into place. For instance, there were question marks about the future position of Tomohiro Yoka, how he would adapt in this new system. Turned out to be fantastic, but just in case, we made sure that this right forward was slightly wider than the left forward and slightly further back. So if he didn't make it as a central midfielder, we would always see him appear sometimes as a right forward. Well, your boy Yoka was absolutely fantastic at left centre mid, but this right forward stays where he is because it really does help Giacomo Cesarini out. Look at all this beautiful green grass for Giacomo Cesarini to operate in. Usually we see him in this sort of area, and he can do so with confidence. The central defensive midfielder, slightly right of centre. Solar's pulled slightly right to cover all this area that Cesarini would inevitably vacate. The opposite's true on the other side. We're working to our left-back strengths. They are more classic full-back types, like to keep it safe and just string a couple of passes in. Well, they've got the goalkeeper, the left centre-back, the left central midfielder, and the left forward right there in close vicinity. And then the heartbeat of the team, the Tomohiro Yoka position. Fair enough, initially it's like left central midfield, but he covers ground from side to side, making sure that the central defensive midfielder is never left with a job too much. We explored Benzemacher as a central attacking midfielder earlier on in the series, so when he started to significantly underperform as a left winger, left attacking midfielder, whatever you want to call that position, this was always going to be like his natural backup. But because he has three men in front of him now, these are going to take a lot of the pressure off Benzemacher, basically pinning back three of the 4 or 5 defenders that the opposition have. And we know how much of a good dribbler Benzemacher is. Once he sees those centre-backs, the wing-backs being pinned, he can then run into the pinned positions. Once there's a defender that goes and engages, then he starts to play a pass into one of the front guys. His assists have gone up massively because of that. And that's how the formation works. Just a little show on the tactics. Defensively, we're pressure on heavy touch, team width at 50, depth at 60. Attacking wise is where you'll see the difference between now and like a season back. We are more focused on fast build-up direct passing, really like vertical tiki-taka. I play it in Football Manager, I play it in FIFA. It's just the way I like to see football being played. Because we were such a narrow formation, the width is then set at 60. Players in the box, maximum corners, maximum. Everybody should have those settings. Yeah, no specific player instructions, it just worked out the box. And there you go, that's how it was done. You know what the best way of celebrating Jang Sung Chan's tactics tactical genius would be? Winning this Premier League title. Let's make no mistakes, probably going to be the toughest game here away against Tottenham. The 2 points behind us, they've played a game more. We can afford to drop this. I'm not looking to win this match, just not lose it. The opposition playing wing play football usually helps. I tell you something else about this tactic. The only weak point that I see, sometimes the opposition can find space between our wing back and our centre backs. That's probably why I'm siding towards what I feel are quicker centre backs, even though Song Byung-Ki's only got 70 pace. Figure that one out. Right, I'll go and give Kinsey this game, and then Tanner's got City. It's Tottenham against Wrexham. I'll let you guys into a bit of a secret. I get so nervous when I do long intros for Youth Squad Legends. It is not my thing at all. Like many creators, it's like drilled into you to keep your content as snappy as possible, as quick-paced as possible, going at 100 miles an hour all the time. Stoyanov, Lestoza, offside, flags up. And when I'm sitting down doing one of these, usually there's no space to breathe. So, you know what? Once in a blue moon to, like, let the hair down and relax a little bit whilst recording, quite nice. To anybody who listened to me ramble on for the last 10-15 minutes, I don't know how long the edited version is gonna be, thank you ever so much. It does mean a lot. But if you skip that introduction, I totally understand. Time is money, leave that. Maka is onside, doesn't select him quick enough. You'll be pleased to know that normal Youth Squad Legends has now resumed. Here's Tomoharu Ioka. He could go for a long shot, but he's blocked immediately by Valverde. Trofort picks the ball up. He's the danger man, the one that we've got to keep an eye on, keep under wraps. It is like a better version of Nottingham Forest in a way. You keep Trofort quiet like you would Kapai at Forest, and you should be okay, or at least get chances to win the game. Doesn't help having Danny Binns on a book in 25 minutes. Into the match, away! That is a header by Song Byung-Ki, and Bence Maka is the furthest man forward with Stoyanov helping. Over half an hour gone. It's a process of feeling the other team out for now, and I'm happy to drag this process on as long as possible. Need to double down on the fact that this is not a game that we're going in to win. Let's go, Danny Binns. Someone take this ball. Ioka whips it away. Kinsey's out. Oh, perfect positioning. That's a lovely read by me, if I do say so myself. Tomoharu Ioka. Stoyanov showing great strength. Has he got the composure to finish? No. Chans are out quickly. And that's going to be half time. The chance falls right at the end. Wrexham only shown a glimmer of the goal. If we keep on being focused in defence, those gaps are going to be more likely in the second half. We could see one here. Blagan Stoyanov might not be for catching. Oh, that's a much better finish. The Bulgarians got Chanza on toast this time. So far, this has been a defensive display of total professionalism. But I'll be real with you, Chief. Tottenham have been incredibly underwhelming. Well done, Danny Binns. Okay, apparently a foul by Danny Binns, but he didn't get sent off. That's the most important thing. I mean, you can probably tell how good defensively we've been through the lack of Kinsey saves that he's had to make. That's probably his second through the entire game. Or maybe it's like his fifth, whatever, I can't count. Well, I'll rephrase and say that that was Kinsey's second save worthy of note. Well positioned there, Danny Binns, not giving Spurs an easy turn towards goal. When they do beat a man, it's the next player up for Wrexham. This turn, Mizidjan, now to the edge of the box. Yes! I know you can't squeeze mega entertainment from great defending, but it is so satisfying, especially with all the defensive troubles you go through at the start of a series. That's good recovery speed, again shown by Song Byung-Ki. To now see my guys go week in, week out at this consistent level on the big stage, there's no better feeling. And we are going to beat Tottenham Hotspur at their ground and go even further clear at the top. This is incredible stuff. Cesarini with the final interception. How about that? Flawless defending from Wrexham to give us a 1-0 win. Spurs with almost twice the amount of shots, but check out the passes attempted. This is another underlying feature of this tactic. We're starting to match up to the possession-driven AI. So they haven't even got that told against us. Hilariously, Kinsey's been given man of the match. Bro, what did he actually do? 3 saves here, apparently. There's a long shot by Valverde. Okay. Oh, Trova goes for goalie at such a ridiculous angle. That's not a save. Let's be real with ourselves. And this seems to be another long shot, so no wonder why I quickly forgot about him. Look, I don't want to overhype, but you are looking at Durante levels of defending in these centre-backs. It's just doing everything right. They position themselves perfectly to ensure we have the best chance of defending any kind of attack. The tactics, the rub of the green, the fact that we've got 2 weeks to prepare for Manchester City, it's all culminating in such a comfortable campaign for Wrexham. I see Haaland's been busy in that time, so there must have been an international break. 2 key attacking players, Rodrigo and Rodrigo. Thanks, that will not get confusing whatsoever. Macca's been on international duty as well. I should have stopped the simulation about 5 days prior to this match, to be honest. But there's always solutions. We'll go with Lustosa in central attacking midfield. Instead, it's City against Wrexham. Last time we met up with the Citizens, I wasn't particularly impressed by their play style, but I'm pretty sure Erling Haaland was missing for that one. He's going to add a dimension or 2. Yep, yes, sure, mate. You're too good, shut up. That's his 16th goal in 27 games. What a casual flex. That has to make him top goal scorer in the league, you feel. I'd be shocked if Lustosa has more. Yes, Keone. We need to get a hold of Haaland. He's tearing me up. Kinsey shouldn't be playing this match, but he did have a man-of-the-match performance against Spurs, so he probably deserves it. I'm not going to swap the 2 goalkeepers around. Disappointing half of football for Wrexham. I think we need to sit down and have a proper conversation about Sorindari. I don't think he's cut out for this level of football. We've tried and tried, just trying to figure out the rhythm to get him scoring consistently in the Premier League. I don't know how to play to his tune, per se. Everybody else has adapted. Barring the Romanian, Pellegrini has made it 2-0 to City, and it's a mountain to climb now for the visitors. Maka now has to be brought into the game. It's like bringing on the A-team to fix our woes. With those lads on the field, everything can be a comeback. This is looking a bit more impossible by the minute. So hear me out, guys. Maybe I should have played Tanner after all. We are being convincingly beaten. This defeat, as bad as the Tottenham performance was good. The sodding... Oh, the sodding hell is RDT. Bro's just running around with initials. Literally has RDT on the back of his shirt. D. Thomas. Put D. Thomas on the back of your shirt then, pal.
Welcome to Yuko EK's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko EK.
Scam in Pamplona? Who are you going to call? The fraud detective. I can't lie, I've been thrown off massively by that. Sticker tackle. Usually we're so good. The bubbles always go in our favour. They aren't tonight. It's 5-0 City. RDT will try and claim that, but it'll be a Kinsey own goal. I should have stuck to my initial plans. This is quite the humbling experience, folks. I'm not totally concerned. Recording late at night, it's not my usual recording time. Oh my word! It's 6. We've conceded to Clinker. If you told me that was a name of a Pokemon, I would totally believe you. Is there time for a 7th? We're all over the place. Kinsey's decided to sit down. Are we okay, lads? The dog's going mental because I've smashed the table to pieces. All right, sick. Well, excluding the 7-0 battering, we are the best team in England. That will do our goal difference no favours whatsoever. But hey, at least it makes the title race a little bit more tasty. Gotta get our act together before our next game against Southampton. April Fool's Day on 2029. Let's hope I'm not looking a fool at St Mary's. That's next episode's problem. This has been Cutsy. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like. Press the red box down below and hit the bell icon for mobile notifications. A big thanks to everybody on the right-hand side supporting me financially on Patreon. You guys are legends. Much love goes out to the people keeping Youth Squad Legends part of their daily YouTube routine. Take care, see you next time, bye-bye. Well, that's just typical. You go and claim that a tactic is your magnum opus, and then proceed to lose 7-0.